Well, thank you, Tim. That was very good. Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first JP special of the new year. It's not new anymore, is it?
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Keep going, keep
birthday.
going.
Happy birthday to you. It's no one's birthday. Is anyone's birthday? If it's your birthday in the comments, happy birthday.
Hang on, do you think there's no one in the world today has a birthday? It's the
Thinking
one
about
day.
people in the world today. I tell you, who isn't having a birthday today?
Meet Ghost.
Me Ghost.
Yeah, he's gone, isn't he?
Like a
He's
bat
gone.
out of hell. He'll be
Well,
on
like a
fire.
bat out of hell, he's gone to heaven.
He's gone to heaven. Of course, he's gone to
He
heaven.
must
Though
have
he
gone
was a
to heaven.
bit. The rumor is he was a bit naughty on the old vaccination front.
Yeah, I don't know how true that is. But then, I'm like that with everything.
Oh, I'm like that with telephones.
With telephones. Now, John, just before we came on air, we were having a right old giggle about that we think, and before you start going thumping your digits on the keyboards, going no way, we genuinely think that Bruce Forsyth could have been the British Yoda.
It makes so much sense when you think about it.
It makes loads of sense because he's tiny, be like Luke Skywalker, welcome. The Dagobah, welcome. So he's already got that annoying Yoda pat.
Judge me by my size, do you? My size, you judge me by.
I'm going to get on your back, I will. On your back, I'll get. And then we came up with a brilliant idea. You know when Yoda, he doesn't force, but he tells Luke to go down into a cave and confront his... And then
whatever it is,
he has to say, Luke Skywalker, because he probably would say that. Tell me what you saw down in said cave. And what does Luke say?
I saw a cuddly toy, saucepan, fondue set,
Darth Vader's head, cheese made,
a couple of snakes and a lizard.
And then when he goes to show how powerful the Force is with Luke, with his X-Wing, and he goes, I'll do it, don't you worry, my love. And he goes like that, he goes, and then Luke's like, wow, and he goes, you want it to go higher, lower, higher, lower than the X-Wing. Then he sinks it back into the swamp. Now, what more proof do you need that Bruce Forsyth is the British Yoda?
None. And if you do, you're a fool.
Well, anyway, hey, everyone, welcome.
A lot of people saying Happy New Year in the comments because, of course, this is our first JP special of 2022.
It is, yes. And it's the 21st, which is somehow slightly galling.
It's like it's been written by M. Night Shyamalan.
We should have done this on the 22nd of the 2nd, 2022, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
That would have been pleasing on the eye.
Very much like M. Night Shyamalan.
What was his latest vomit?
Oh, we did Old, when you go to that island and you get old.
Oh, I'm not doing
which
that.
Which in Britain was actually called Eastbourne.
All the shop windows are bifocal. I'm with you all week. Yeah. Is that the premise? You go to an island and you get old.
I haven't seen it. I think from the trailer, that's what I could glean.
Does it just end with loads of skeletons going, it's the taste?
Yes, it ends with the man from the Scotch tape adverts. Not fade away.
Oh, bless him. He can stop now, can't he? Has anyone gone up to him and said, you can stop now? You have three really good ideas, but it's time to stop.
M. Night, more like good night.
Yeah, and God bless, and fuck off. Yeah. Well, maybe he's got one more good idea in him.
But talking of good ideas and one more.
Yeah, this is seamless.
It might be time for some horoscopes. Because,
do you think?
But before we do that, because it's a long evening ahead, maybe we should all settle down and pour ourselves something.
Oh.
Why don't we all drink some very sexy wine?
Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, this evening The JP special has been brought to you in conjunction with wine.
Wine, which you can find from the website www.wine.com/50% off.
And look at us. We're like yin and yang of wine.
Yeah.
Ebony and ivory. Get it pissed in perfect company.
Ebony and ivory have been assigned.
Ebenezer Scrooge and the Ivory Coast. What? That doesn't work at all. What, a landmass son and miser?
You boy, what day is it? Boy turns around. He's got no face.
He's got no fucking face.
Oh my god. Anyway, let's talk to our friend Don.
Ruled by the moon high up above, sign of the crab handle with love. I am the one you can rely on. I am the shoulder you can cry on.
Oh, cuts that quick.
Don.
Well, listen, it's time for some horoscopes. As we all know, the term horoscope is Chinese for bullshit. So, shall I start off, or shall you, Jonathan?
Well, why don't you?
All right, I'll start off. So we're going to begin, of course, because we are now at the tail end of January into February. So we will start with sex lunch. So sex lunch, here we go. A routine operation to remove 700 grams of hardened marzipan from your colon pays dividends this week when you find a £10 W.H. Smith voucher. And that token is found embedded in the mess. Travel plans are put on hold when you break your pelvis throwing a kayak at a swan. Your lucky deciduous tree is the birch, and your lucky motorway service station is the welcome break, South Mims. Enjoy.
Wow. Excellent. I've got one from Jelly Tits.
Right.
The shoulder of Orion is in your ascendancy, so be mindful of your temporary visa. Sharks don't cry will be your number one single, and your hairdresser is an arsehole.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Be careful about that. Okay, so we're now going to move on to harpsichord. Due to the planet's alignments next week, you have a 20% chance of stealing a dead heron, a 57% chance of finding Jeremy Irons' ode Tamagotchi in an area of outstanding natural beauty, and a 98% chance of being brutally murdered by Celine Dion. Your lucky Tipex stain is blouse, left shoulder, and your lucky port delay due to dead elephant is Roscoff.
Well, there's a lot to unpick there, as the kids say.
A lot to unpick, yeah.
Yeah. And this one's called Hoovering. With no takers on your lawnmower, it may be time to accept the fact that many skirts are dated, and Dustin G is just plain dead. You are bothered by mysterious graffiti that says, "Whoa, mama, you got some hot ankles," which has been written on your dead dad's anus.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Gosh. Well, you don't mess with the star signs, do you? They're very accurate. So we're going to move on now to chemicals. An argument over a novelty cashmere pashmina will lead to hospitalization. So best back down and take the moral high ground. An unexpected phone call leads you to become the Minister of Farming and Fisheries. So it's best to get some basic research in. Your lucky Muppet baby is Scooter, and your lucky fungal spore is powdery mildew, sir. Pleased to meet you. I'm powdery mildew.
How do you do? I'm chemical imbalance. Footloose. London, 1927. Alf Stokes and his daughter Ivy are given the sack from their jobs in the music hall. Alf decides that he has no option but to go into service as a butler. When he arrives at the residence of Lord Teddy Meldrum, some familiar faces await him.
Jesus. That sounds bleak. Have you frozen or have you just gone mad?
No, I just went mad.
Oh, right, okay. So that's fine. As long as you just went mad.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's time now for Sandra Bullock. You will find an abandoned theremin outside the back bins of Asda, but will receive complaints from your neighbours for making a sound like R2-D2 shitting out dustbin lids into a skip. A family argument will finally be settled when you just fuck off for a bit. Your lucky Windsor Davis role is Sergeant Major Zero in Terrorhawks, and your lucky raising awareness issue is irritable bowel syndrome, sir.
IBS to you.
IBS to you, sir.
Imagine if you would knocked on the door and someone opened it and you showed the identity card and went, IBS, open up.
I need to look up your ass. Oh no, it's the IBS. We better let them in, Gwen.
That's the bum inspectors from Viz.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Ironing.
Ironing.
With aliens kidnapping you and putting all sorts of objects up your arsehole, it may be time to accept that you are the worst kind of space slut imaginable.
What? They demanded it.
Yeah.
So they wanted an alien to abduct them and stick everything up their ass. Fair enough. Okay, well, I'm going to end now with hot gossip. You will find the face of Jesus in a slice of Edam next week, but due to poor ventilation skills, it will go all mouldy and look like that kid from the film Mask. You will sneeze so hard tomorrow morning, you will dislodge a small Lego Tilda Swinton from your left nostril. Your lucky diver's complaint is the bends, and your lucky Dickens porn remake is Oliver Fist. So do enjoy that.
That actually works because Oliver's mum was called Fanny.
Thank you.
Yeah. Because when the rich man found him at the end, he said, Oliver has got a face just like a Fanny. My final one is painter and decorator. Painter and decorator.
Painter and decorator.
Cup of tea up your cock, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, fair enough. Tells it like it is, doesn't he, painter and decorator?
Yeah,
well, ladies and gentlemen, that was your horoscopes. Happy now?
I'm looking, I'm searching.
Maybe that.
I always get confused when I see that clip because part of me always thinks it might be Kiki Dee, but it's not Kiki Dee.
No, it's Kiki the 80s.
Kiki BFG. Yeah.
BFG.
It's just not right, that.
It's Kiki and screaming.
Like live and kicking.
Yeah.
The alternative to live and kicking.
Yeah.
Oh, Vicar.
Oh, Vicar.
Oh, Vicar, you look fucking gorgeous this morning.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you very much, Mrs. Withers.
I
really could. Cool.
I'm sorry, I just can't.
The entire congregation only turns up to a church because they all fancy the vicar so much.
It's probably happened.
Well, we're gathered here today.
Drink the blood of Christ. Oh, have you got any of your drinks?
Oh, man, a bit of yours. If I could get you on that cross, I'd spin you upside down and vicar.
That's O Vicar, next Saturday, ITV at 5:45.
Starring Nigel Havers as God.
And Derrick Nimmo as the vicar.
Well done, ew.
That's
he
him
must have
ejaculating.
Yeah. Ew. I think this is the first time this year that I've heard a Derrick Nimmo reference. I'm very glad that you made it, John.
I think it's the first one I've made this year.
So nice to have a Derrick Nimmo thrown in occasionally, isn't it? It brightens your day.
Oh, we love him, oh, Derrick Nimmo.
Oh. Don't go, you know, Derrick Nimmo, oh.
Oh, is it the end of Nimmo?
Oh.
Oh,
Don't go, oh no, don't go.
that's Derrick Nimmo, the musical. Next Saturday, Channel 4.
Left us far too young, didn't he, old Derrick Nimmo?
He did, because I used to have one of those things they brought out. Do you remember in the 80s they had the clapper?
What's
Where
that?
you clap and the lights would go on or off, or the
Oh,
power
got
would
you.
go on.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, in the
Yeah.
80s they brought out the Nimmo switches, which were like dimmer switches, but when you turn them off, they went. Oh.
The Nimmos. Power cut.
And you go, staying alive. It was very good.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the birdie song.
It could have been.
With a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and shake your ass.
Derrick.
Oh. Derrick Nimmo releasing a single and then being embarrassed about it, but still having to do it on top of the pops.
I've had too much
Oh.
communion wine. I'm
I've
sorry.
had far too much wine and K. Oh, okay. Sorry, Derrick Nimmo.
Yeah,
I'm mad for the ketamine. Deary me. Well, speaking of stalwarts from yesteryear, do you think it may be time to summon down a dear friend to the show? He's
I think it
up
might
in
be.
heaven. He loves to come down and say hello. It's been an age since he last did it.
Ages in your heaven time. It's forever. So let's get him down, ladies and gentlemen.
And appearing tonight on
Dr. Stars, Crimewatch UK, K. Dr. Stars, Crimewatch UK, K. Dr. Stars, Crimewatch UK, K. Welcome, Crimewatch. Super match!
That's the mine heart is. And I tell
Thanks,
you what,
Tim.
it was absolutely lovely of Anthrax to do the opening credits there
Lawnmower death there.
for the old blankety blank. Listen, how the devil are you, Mr. J of the R?
Terry, I am, as the young people say, fine.
That's wonderful to know. And how the hell is life for the old JP fans on the old planet Earth?
Well,
Fair and
having a lovely-
diddling. Yes.
They're having a lovely time in the old comments there.
Oh, that's lovely stuff. Listen, it's been it's been an age for me. It's been about 47 years as the crow flies.
Have you? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry. No, I was just going to say, have you had a chance to introduce yourself to Meatloafers yet? Or
Well, do you know what? Fresh in the old arrival lounge was Mr. Marvin Lee Ade, as he likes to say, which I think is a little bit sort of poncy, to be honest, because I called him Addy, but apparently no, it's a day, like Sade. Your love is king. Yeah, that's what old Mrs. W used to say to old Tell when he slipped between the old Egyptian cottons. Your love is king. Anyway, yes, he arrived, and you're absolutely right, John. He arrived, the old Meatloaf, and I tell you what, he's acclimatizing himself at the moment to life on open brackets, cloud 9 close brackets, and he's on a tour at the moment because I don't know if you know this, but when you arrive up in the old open brackets, cloud 9 close brackets, you get assigned an angel to look after you, someone who's been up there for a while, you know, and he's currently been twinned, and it's all done randomly, but he's with Scott of the Antarctic at the moment, who's been up here for literally thousands upon thousands of years, and it's up to Scott to show old Meatloaf around so he can acclimatize himself. And I tell you what, he's loving it up here. He absolutely loves it. He's a bit of a keen rambler, is old Meatloaf. And so Scott, being an absolute mountaineering freak, said, let's climb up Mount Heaven, which is our highest mountain. And so they've gone up there. Of course, Meatloaf didn't dress appropriately, and Scott tried to put him in all sorts of clothes, but Meatloaf wasn't having it. In fact, I remember he turned around to Scott and said, I mean, I'd do anything for gloves, but I won't wear that. Now, the first person to type in, yeah, I know, it's shit. The first person to type in Wogan's Wet Wednesday, that's Wogan's Wet Wednesday, gets to play the old super match. And we themed it this week. I think I've done this before, but I'm trying to make it easier for your shits. so that finally someone can actually get this, because it's going to be Queen based again. The songs of Queen. Oh, I think old Wogan's channeling a bit of Brian Eno. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Unless Meatloaf's found a harp in the bungalow next door, but I doubt it very much. Now, the first person to thump their digits and say Wogan's Wet Wednesday gets to play the old Supermatch game. And my God, we have a friend of the show. It's Fantastic Mr. O himself, Fantastic Mr. Ox, otherwise known. I won't go there. But listen, it's lovely to have you playing Fantastic Mr. O. And look at his little moniker there, which is, of course, Paul McCartney kissing an invisible anus, which he loves to do. So, here we go.
Rocket Man. Yeah.
That's the fella. Now, we're going to play Supermatch game. As I say, they're all about Queen songs, the band Queen. So here we go. I want to break blank. Now, you have a little think, Fantastic Mr. O, because you're going to get some help from yours truly, but also an Egypt who's decided to join me up in heaven. It's not a John this time. It's almost a John. It's a Johann. That's right. It's Johann Sebastian Bach. The composer himself.
Yeah.
Johann, how lovely to meet you, sir.
Oh, Terry, it is so very nice to meet you.
It's absolutely nice to meet you too, Johann.
Yeah.
Get back. Get back to where you once belong. It's the sort of thing John Lennon often says to you, doesn't he? Until you
he does, yeah. And obviously, people hit me in the back with a stick and say, you have a bad back. And, of course, people come up and say, baby's got back because I have a small baby.
You have a very small baby, don't you? Tiny little thing.
We are very worried about him.
Well, you should be, because you keep him in a pipette. It's very small. Now, listen, I don't want to get into your personal twos and fros. I want to break blank. Have you heard of the band Queen? Have you met Freddie? Have you met Freddie? Yeah. Did he touch you?
No.
Oh, Jesus. Well, you're one of the few. So listen, I want to break blank. What do you think? Let's get Fantastic Mr. O right to the top of the 150 blanks. He could win a superb prize.
I'm just looking now for Mr. O's answer. And
what's he come up with?
He so far has not answered.
Well, he's still having a good old think.
He's having a think.
I heard an awful rumor on the rumor mill that he might be watching this Stone Cold Sober, which is something that I simply do not abide by. But it's entirely up to him.
Mr. Ox says, I want to break pelvises.
I want to break pelvises, a perfectly normal answer to a perfectly normal question. So,
my guess, say? Well, I would say I want to break bread, meaning to make friends with you.
That's an absolutely wonderful, wonderful answer there. This is the sort of thing they'd say during the Geneva Convention. And I'm going to say, I want to break the land speed record. So, Fantastic Mr. O, this is your last chance. You can stick with your pelvis. You can go with Johann's bread, or you can go with Old Tell's land speed record. If you want to change your mind, tough shit, we're going to continue. I tell you what, I quite like your answer there, Fantastic Mr. O. Now, let's have a look. In third place, for 50 blanks, the third most popular answer was, I want to dance with Cher. So, I want to break dance with Cher is the way that joke should work. There you go. Well, listen, let's find out if you've done any better for 100 blanks. Everything's been crossed for you. Oh, yes, I tell you what, you're almost in the same region, Fantastic Mr. O, because it is, of course, I want to break your hymen. So, you weren't that far off, were you? Never mind. Let's keep everything crossed. Johann, are you keeping your treble clefs crossed? Or is it just the way you walk? Right.
It's the way that I have a horrible disability.
Rightio. Well, let's find out. My God, I tell you what. Not only was Fantastic Mr. O close with his old pelvis, but Johann, you've got very close yourself,
No.
In fact, you might win yourself, because I want to break bread with Brian Eno.
Oh, my God.
Good
My
Lord.
God.
Well, for the first time ever on Supermatch Game, we have a winner, but unfortunately, it's not a contestant, it's a guest.
Good God.
Well,
Guten Himmel.
I tell you what you've won as well, Mr. Bach.
What have I won?
You've won a long weekend ice skating with Beethoven. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I've been ice skating with him before. He's fucking deaf, you know. He hits people over.
I know. I remember you telling him, thin ice. But he went,
Yeah.
don't give shit. And anyway.
He hit 3 people and it made this horrible noise. Da, 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 and then he went home and fucking wrote a song.
Unbelievable. Fell straight to the ice and came up like a frozen strawberry miffy. Well, that's it for Supermatch for this time. I'm so sorry, Mr. O. You were very close with your pelvis, but you were just pipped at the post by a well-placed hymen. So until then, I'll be back a little bit later for another game of Supermatch. But until then, Avanti!
Jack Douglas, Dinah Dawes, Bernard Cribbins, Rula Lenska, Lenny Bennett, Aaron Kay.
Mum used to say that to me when I was little.
Okay. I think Tim's on a bit of a Tim's on too much of a slack lead, if you know what I mean. A loose rein.
I didn't think that those two face swaps look that different.
My one, I don't like my one. It looks like I'm wearing
Glasses.
those rimless glasses.
Yeah, like you're sort of Himmler.
Yeah.
You
Not
got
a
that
fan of
Himmler look.
Not in real life, I haven't.
No.
Oh,
You're more Goring.
Yeah.
Certainly
Well,
not Himmler.
I live near Goring, so that makes sense.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Have you been? Of course you have.
Oh, before we get on air, yeah.
No, Goring.
Yeah. So let's have a look at the comments.
Younglings, he killed younglings.
Exile, I must go to.
Getting a big egg I must get into, the big egg I must into get. Isla's coming with me, Isla.
Isla White, of course, his assistant.
Yeah. If you like things that come in pairs, take a look at these TIE Fighters tits. What are you talking about?
We've got a really packed show this evening, so it's probably time that we went on with our second feature for this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, gird your loins. Gather yourselves, because it's time that we visit Roald Dahl's writing shed and have a look at some of his unmade tales of the unexpected. So I'm doing that thing in the old VT in the old days where they'd go, Tales of the Unexpected. That's too short.
It's short, isn't it? It's a little bit short.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Roald Dahl wrote Tales of the Unexpected, wrote really spooky stories for adults. We went into a shed. It was covered in cum. We found loads of manuscripts. We're going to read them. I think I covered it.
Yeah. I think he did.
Anyway. Now, these are the first Roald Tales we've told of this year. I'm sure they're not all going to be heavily so based.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. John, do you want to start us off?
I'd bloody love to.
Right.
My first tale this evening is called Wish Upon a Fire.
What?
Paul Liberal Tears was working his 5th late shift of the week without even a hint of any overtime. One night, while polishing fireplaces to sell online, he made a wish and a genie appeared, offering him 3 wishes. Paul thought for a moment, and then within seconds, Raquel Welch from 1969 appeared and fell in love with him. 200 million quid popped in his bank account. And 300,000 bees went right up his boss's arsehole.
Well, that answers the question that scientists have been debating for years, isn't it? Where are all the bees going? They're going up bosses' arseholes, aren't they? Okay, well, this first missive from the pen of Mr. Daal is called "Some Like It Cold."
What?
What?
People don't like it cold. They like it hot, Paul. What's
If anything, they
happening?
like it hot.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's find out. Gavin Sellotape is lost in the Sahara Desert. For 3 days, he has walked across the endless dunes, the sun burning his face to a crisp. Bereft of hope, he crawls for hours, but there, one afternoon in the distance, a building. He arrives an hour later, begging, "Water, water, give me water." The man outside the building says, "I'm very sorry. We're a tie shop and we only sell ties." "What the fuck?" says the man. "I need water, water." But the man closes the door. Gavin now crawls out into the desert. 3 or 4 days have passed. His body is now burning to a crisp. He's nearly at death's door. And finally on the horizon, another building. Could it be a mirage? No, it is a building. And Gavin crawls with every last iota of his strength and says, "Water, water, water. Do you have water?" And the man says, "Yes, we have water. We are a restaurant. We have still, sparkling, any water you like." "Can I have some water?" says Gavin. "No, I'm sorry, you're not wearing a tie." Chilling.
Oh, I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm scared.
This one's called Driving Force.
What?
I don't like it when I'm angry. Children's author Testicle Bongo was just finishing up his new picture book, "This Is What the Devil Looks Like," when he received an urgent phone call from his wife. It seems at that exact moment, both of his parents had had a car crash on the M3, and 3 Morths, 8 Paddingtons, 14 Super Teds, and 27 Gruffalos had gone right up their arse.
I must apologise to regular JP listeners. It does seem that we once again have grabbed a lot of loose sheaths of arsehole-based Daal stories. Again, it's not.
I think that might be the last one, though. To be fair,
do you think?
I think so.
Think again. Well, the next one is called "Crappy Anniversary."
What?
Yeah, and this one reads like a little playlet. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Exterior cafe day. Wife, look at that drunkard over there. Oh, what a mess. Husband, I wonder who he is. Wife, well, I can tell you. 20 years ago, we both dated, and he proposed to me, and I turned him down. Husband, oh God, he's still celebrating. And then the shark falls out of Still on the arpo. Still, yeah.
That would be a hit in the West End.
That would be a stone cold hit.
Excuse me, I'm a passing West End play producer, and I couldn't help overhearing.
80s producer, and I couldn't help overhearing your asshole-based musicals.
Here's $1 million.
I want to see your asshole open all over the world.
This one Oh. This one is called Building Terror.
What? No sense at all.
Builder. All right, listen carefully.
All right.
Builder and noted skinflint. Hank you very much.
You're so proud of that.
Wait. Was completing restoration work on an ancient castle, which was known to be haunted by a ghost boy that lingered within the castle walls and sang the songs of the Andrew sisters. One night, Hank heard the terrifying song, and he was so utterly petrified by the singing, that instead of being the Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy from Company B, he became the Shooky Wookie Frugal Boy who shits like wee.
Oh, sometimes roles can really get you, can they? You can really. Right
Sorry,
in the.
I'm crying. Sorry.
Yeah, well, that's it. Quite often the response to sheer terror and horror is to laugh. Okay, well, this one's very short by Rawl. It's called Wi-Fi Not Fine Eye.
What?
Wi-Fi Not Fine Eye.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But it just says this. Alexander Pandacola, whoever that is, accidentally sits on his router, where his arsehole is immediately hacked and his fart sewed on the dark web.
Well, there you go. There's Tron 3 for you.
Bikes go.
Oh my
Rawl,
god.
Rawl.
Oh my god. Oh, I literally spat out wine then. Okay. Stars in his eyes?
Well, that. Okay. All right. I
Astrologer.
think I know where we are here. Yeah, go on.
Astrologer Gordon Condom was
I don't know
observing
where I
the night sky. All was pleasant and still in the tranquil sea of intricate pinhole brilliance. That was until he noticed an anomaly. There, just past Mars, he could see something huge, deadly, and powerful hurtling at great speed towards Earth. Gordon raced to his feet in order to warn the government as to what was coming. However, he was in such haste that he tripped over his cat and fell right up his arsehole.
Bizarre, so.
Mm.
Yeah. Passing
Couldn't
pine
make
cone, passing pine cone. We've all seen the passing pine cone.
Oh my
now,
god.
this next one is called Every Second Cunts. Ooh.
What? That's not what it's called.
Yeah, that's not.
Could you have a look at that again? I think that's wrong.
Oh, well, I'll have a little look. Passing pine cone, passing pine cone. Everyone's seen the passing pine cone. Anyway, this is Every Second Cunts. Winston Heliotrope is persuaded by an antique dealer to buy a great grandfather clock and spends the rest of his life tutting in the corner because every hour on the hour the clock goes, "What day is it? Where's me pudding?" And I'm not racist, but
Oh, wow. Well, this last one from me is called Shuttlecocks Pauline Squirrel was nervous. She was hosting the Bedfordshire Police Badminton Club annual fart competition in her conservatory. And the chief of police, Bobby Grunt Machine Phillips, was standing in her kitchen asking for a glass of beans.
Fart competition.
As Pauline opened the cupboard, Bobby saw something that would haunt him for the rest of his life.
Oh, here we go.
3
Go on.
bank robbers in a car.
Yeah. Annual farting competition. We at the Women's Guild have been farting in jars for years.
It's like hinge and bracket.
Well, let's try one, shall we? Oh, yes. Oh, that's very noxious, Mrs. Wilberforce. Yes. I'd even hurt a lot of cauliflower to get that fart into the jar. Anyway, this last one is called Flown for a Pee.
What?
No idea. Flown for a Pee. Maybe all will become clear. Actor and budding plane enthusiast Peter Butterworth invests all of his money from the Carry On films into flying lessons, buys a plane, and is the first celebrity to break the pound barrier. Well, there we are. That's Mr. Roald Dahl's Tales of the Unexpected.
It's finished for another week. I mean, maybe one day we'll run out of them. Who knows?
Hope not. Hope not. There's plenty more sounds in the sea, isn't there?
Oh yeah.
Roald definitely.
I believe he was buried with a bottle of whiskey, a pencil, and an arsehole.
Yeah. Well, shall we have some love? A tiny milieu. A little break for some comments from some of the lovely JPers. What they say.
Jen JC says, "Isn't Testicle Bongo the disgraced former MP for West Walsall?"
Could be.
Martin says, "Bobby Grunt Machine Phillips, that's his name."
Yep.
Dwayne says, "Sorry I'm late, chums. I had to get rid of a collared dove that had nested in my favourite hat. For your information, it's a trilby."
Trill. That's right. Hey,
it doesn't make it right. Stop defending him.
Right.
Doesn't make it right.
Perfectly functionable joke for Richard Stilgo to have done 1984 countdown. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's fine. We can move on.
Oh, hey, Paul. I believe I'm right in thinking that you can currently download the entire Potom. What?
You certainly can. Yeah, if you go to gofasterstripe.com, not only can you get all 19 episodes of a behemoth of sketches, chat, and comedy, you also get the 20th Forbidden episode that we recorded about 4 months ago, which puts an end to the whole sordid affair. It works out, John, there's about 48 hours of pure fucking comedy. Not only that, you get all the alternative James Bond songs and a lot more to boot. And it's only £15, John. So, if you've got some money hanging out your bum, why not give it to Go Faster Stripe, type in Potom, and you can get all sorts of wonderful, joyous, unnecessarily long fun in a format that could never conceivably work on radio because it's so long. And please do enjoy that. It's 48 hours of gold, as fantastic Mr. Ox said, and he's absolutely right. And also, I believe, John, that there's a book out quite recently that you've written, and I've heard it's rather quite bloody fancy and nice, don't you know? Tell me more.
Oh, yes. It's called The Joy of Sex 2. And the 2 is spelled TOO. And
Oh.
it's full of the latest sexual positions all the young people are doing. Like,
Hang on,
for
it's called
instance-
Exploder Book.
oh,
You
it's
cheeky
called
tick.
Exploder Book, and you can fetch it from all good bookshops.
And I believe that you're working on another book. You might not be able to tell us what, but you're working on another. Is that right?
That is right. Yeah.
Is that
Well,
right?
I say that I haven't started it yet. I'm working on something else at the moment, but yes, I'm going to be
Yeah.
writing.
You're
writing
gonna be
a
doing-
book, yeah.
Yeah, you're doing a pop-up pansexual Mega Mog.
Yep.
Gonna
I'm
be a lot
doing a
of fun, that.
pop-up. You know, Madame Popoff from Winter Ghost. I'm doing a pop-up book of Popoff.
Take a pop-off.
Yeah, you open the center and she's got her legs open and little ping pong balls come out.
Yeah, and a little recipe for stroganoff. So it's lovely. She pops in, she
And
pops
you
off,
get-
and then you see her stroganoff.
And Ed Miliband says, you press a button and he goes, am I Stroganoff? Yes, I'm Stroganoff. Little bit of politics there, ladies and gentlemen.
And there's a lovely little joke about a bloke from the Ukraine with only one testicle, and he's called Ujanika Bolakov. Now, we need to, John, we need to move on. We got a packed show.
We do. Yeah.
Do you know, John, and it's unfortunate that we do live in a world where crime happens.
We do.
Crime.
We do.
Foul, pernicious, evil crime. Now,
Yeah.
occasionally on the JP special, we will link up to some of the local constabularies around the UK, and we will try and solve some of these crimes. Maybe you can help. Maybe you were there. Maybe you saw something. Maybe you smelt something. Maybe you are the killer. There's only one way to find out.
There's only one way to find out, and that's to hand over to our police colleagues. Not colleagues, they're policemen. They're not our
Yeah,
colleagues, but our
they're not
police
our
friends.
friends.
You know, we're strictly ACAB, right? You know?
Yeah.
All cops are
Bad
Barney
cop,
Rubble. Crime Watch.
Good evening and welcome to Crimewatch UK. I am DC Constable Paul Litchfield, and joining me is
Good
DC
evening,
Constable John Rain.
Meatloaf. Yes.
DC Constable Meatloaf. And
Yes.
we're here tonight to bring you some rather pernicious crimes that hopefully you can save. Shall I go first, Mr.
Please, if you would, DC Litchfield, yes, please.
Constable Juliet Bravo Litchfield? Well, police in Surrey.
The best a man can get. Sorry.
Yes, right. Police in Surrey would like any information on the vandals. We have to show the picture. I'm so sorry. The vandals who wrote "cunt biscuits" on Kirsty Allsop's front door. Now, the alt-right do-it-yourself bungalow botherer was very distraught, saying this was the 5th time that this has happened in so many weeks. In a statement, Allsop bellowed, "I've been up a ladder with a bucket of Swarfiga to remove Arse Turnip, Wank Festival, Cum Disco, Titty Farm, and Fanny Witch. A reward has been offered to catch the culprits, and the police would also like to take them out for a pint."
Of course, all crime is a serious matter.
She's better.
Fanny better. Police in Whitstable
Kent.
are Kent. You can call me what you like, darling. They're looking for information. They're looking for information on a crime.
Yes.
That is occurred in their borough.
Yeah.
Where Blakey from On the Buses has been attacked by a remote control flying sex toy. Now, there is a reward of 3 and 6. So if you know there is a number going across the bottom of the screen right now, please do get in touch if you can. Thank you very much. I'll hand over to you, DC Paul.
Thank you very much. Hey, you dildo. Yeah.
That is what he said, yes.
Very serious crime. Okay. Greater London Police would very much like to speak to Francine Spencer. Pictured here after killing a cat because it did a whoopsie in the garden.
Oh my God.
This Some Mothers Do Have 'em superfan has been causing chaos, destroying a church roof, endangering the lives of passengers on a bus, and driving a car off a cliff. Although not armed, she is considered extremely dangerous and or tedious. Oh, Bertie!
Thank you very much, DC Paul.
Yeah.
Now, police in the Greater London area are handing this over to a local newspaper who have got a story that we'll be willing to help with, and that is they want to know whose dog's been doing big shits in Freddy Krueger's garden. He's had enough. He may be the haunter of your dreams and slayer of your life, but he's fed up of picking up big dog shits in his garden.
Can I say, DCI Rain, it must be quite difficult for Freddy Krueger to pick up said shits, what with his very long knives. If anything, he just slices them into smaller shits.
Well, funny you should say that, DC Paul. He said to say it's a bit of a nightmare.
Right. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Freddy Krueger had a garden.
Oh, yes. Very, very proud of his garden, is Mr. Krueger.
Yeah. Right. Does he grow fruits or vegetables, or is it more ornamental? Or
it's a bit of both. It's got it's got a beautiful Japanese puddle garden.
Puddle garden. Right. It's got a lovely anti-Zen garden.
Yep.
That's lovely to know.
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Fantastic. Now, a little bit different now for Crimewatch, but we have a missing person report here from Shropshire, and we're actually looking for Mr. David Wilson, which I don't know if you know, pictured just here, pictured just here, who was last seen at a family barbecue. He's 5'9", medium build, with a ginger beard, and is suffering from depression, and his family and his wife and the demon Pazuzu would very much like him back in the family home, unharmed, if you could. So, as I say, that's David Wilson there, pictured there, who is
He's
missing.
got a very distinctive jumper on, hasn't he, DC
Very
Paul?
distinctive jumper here, and all of the family would very much like him back.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, DC Paul. Now, police in America have extended the hand across the ocean to ask for assistance because a man was seen leaving Prince's estate having defecated in his raspberry beret. This is the man the police are looking for. He was seen at the airport. If you
Could this be a link to France?
I was just going to say, have we got a link here?
We got a copycat shitter on our hands.
We've got a copycat shitter, an actual psychic drawing, if you like, DC Paul.
Yeah, well, we'll cover that later. That's intriguing. We could have a double homicide.
Well, thank you very much, DC Paul.
You're absolutely welcome. And finally, from me, police in Scotland, in conjunction with the ex-Prime Minister Gordon Brown, are currently on a manhunt to find Gordon's son, Charlie Brown. Pictured here, Charlie was last seen outside West Lothian's dog kennels, which he set alight. He's wanted for arson, GBH, and according to the locals, may be heading towards a local bird sanctuary. We asked Gordon Brown for a statement, and he simply said, "Oh, good grief." So there you go. That's his son, Charlie Brown. If you could help Gordon Brown there, locate him, that would be great.
He's got a very distinctive jumper on there, DC Paul.
He certainly does. Yeah. So if you can find him, please get him back home before he does any more bloody harm. Shit. Thank you very much, DCI Rain.
DC Paul. And finally, from me this evening, going back to our video from earlier on, perhaps you can help us. Set your minds back to an hour ago when we showed you the terrifying video of the actor George Peppard when he was sent to the island of Dr. Moreau. And he woke up one morning and everybody had gone. But he's asking for your help to help him out of his new state where his head has been grafted onto a giant penis. Now, he may look like he's having a nice time, but as you can see, those eyes... We've spoken to the world's leading anthropologist, and they say those eyes are full of terror.
Does he love it when a glans comes together?
Very good, DCI Paul, but I'd rather you didn't mock a
I'm so
victim of
sorry. I'm so
crime,
sorry.
especially
so
on
sorry.
Crime Watch.
I'm so sorry. Why has he got a twiglet in his mouth?
It's a cigar, DCI Paul.
Awfully sorry, DCI Rain.
Thank you very much. It just leaves for me to say good night and don't have nightmares.
Good night.
I don't think you should have made a joke about that.
Sorry.
Sorry's all very well, but there's a victim here.
It's not me.
Don't you just love being in control?
Well, thank you very much, Crime Watch there. And as you can tell, 8 rather terrible crimes there. I do hope that some of them can be solved. Very odd to find out that there may be a double Spencer-based crime spree going on.
Yeah, I mean, there is a film out at the moment called Spencer, which may be highlighting that we do have a problem with Spencers. There's more than one, maybe.
And it's not a Frank Spencer origin story. It's not a young Frank in kindergarten somehow being sick all over the...
It's a dyslexic movie of the Jimmy Nail series Spender.
Right, okay. So it's even worse.
Even worse. He has sex with Prince Charles and then walks to the window and says, I remember when there were boats on the Tyne.
What happened to Jimmy Nail? What happened to him? Why did he suddenly disappear?
I tell you this now for a fact. Whack this in your book. About 15 years ago, I was walking through Hove, which is near Brighton.
Yes.
And I saw said Nail, Jimmy,
in
a bucket hat, if you please, wandering around like he owns the place.
Well, does he own Hove?
No.
Is that what he does now? He's like the Lord Mayor of Hove.
I think he's just made his money and is having a nice time.
Do you think? Or do you not? Yeah. Well, I hope so. I don't want it.
I mean,
to
people
not
forget
be...
he invented the nail.
He invented the nail. Yeah. So he'd already got that on pat. He just hadn't invented the hammer. So he spent a lot of time just hanging around with nails.
Don't talk to me about that. Him and MC Hammer got together to form a DIY business.
Yeah. And they tried to make it work, but MC said, you can't touch this. And he went, well, this is not a viable business.
And when Jimmy Nail confronted him, he said, you're lying.
Man. I just hope he's all right. And I hope that he's turning down work because he's not interested.
Mark Henderson says, Jimmy Nail was sat with Sting at a recent Newcastle match.
Oh, that's nice to know.
Aye.
Is it maybe because his nose is turned so much that it's now growing back inside him? And
I
it's
think
actually
it
now
is
coming out of his back of his head.
Yeah, I think that he's a physical monster. That's why we're not
sort of like a
anymore.
John Merrick of the modern age.
The Elephant Man, who of course never forgot.
Never forgot, yeah. Still wrote a postcard to Baba every week.
Every
I'm in
week.
hell.
And King Rolo, don't know why. We'll never know. He took that with
No
his
idea.
grave.
No idea at all. Yeah, over the engine, pen pal. Never
Of course,
explained.
Elephant Man died because he tried to sleep like a normal person.
He did, and also he tried to fly, prick.
Yeah, he jumped out the window. And tried to
I've
suck his own dick.
seen Jimmy now fly.
But I've never seen an elephant fly.
Have you seen Jimmy now fly?
No, I can't say that I have. Have you got any footage?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Splat.
Well, I've seen everything now. What are you doing? I'm cutting my own throat. Ah!
Cartoon blood. Cartoon blood would go around his head.
I think they'd run out like little red men. Whee!
Yeah, they probably would. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And
go
then
back
that
up
poor
this.
crow, he'd fly up to heaven, and then he'd get to heaven, and the god would go, "Fuck you!"
But all animated, yeah.
Yeah,
And all the
and-
blood
and-
that went wee before the floor, and mosquitoes would come up to it, but they'd be in bowler hats like wow, 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 mosquito boys. And then they get the blood, and then they drink the blood. And they go, it tastes like wee,
Hmm.
and that would be
and
that
then
joke.
and then that's how Jurassic Park happened.
And then they extract the wee from the animated mosquitoes, and then you get the wonderful first scene in Jurassic Park where Laura Dern looks and goes, oh, and it's a massive animated crow.
We've already
With a
got
bowler
those,
hat and
Hammond.
a cigar.
Look over there.
When
A
I see a
hamster.
pterodactyl fly.
There aren't, just so you know, there aren't any dinosaurs. There's a giant crow. There's a hamster, and there's Marmaduke, the dog from the cartoons.
It's a giant two-dimensional animated fruit crow at them.
Yeah.
In
And
fact, no, he
Marmaduke the
didn't
dog.
eat them. His cigar was so huge, he stubbed it out on the T-Rex. It was horrible.
Actually, Marmaduke was a cat, wasn't he? Heathcliff was the dog.
Heathcliff was the dog. There's too many big fucking dogs in Kiddies, whatever. There's Clifford, the big red dog. There's Marmaduke, who was huge. There's Bigby, the biggest cunt in the fucking dog world.
I was very disappointed with Clifford the Big Red Dog because I'd heard that Jack Whitehall was in it, and I went to watch the film, and at no point has he inserted in the dog's anus.
At no point.
No point.
Really?
Someone said Jack Whitehall is in Clifford the Big Red Dog, and I'm thinking,
Big Red Dig, Bed Dig.
They're going to stick him up his arsehole. Didn't happen.
Is his dad in it as a turd?
His dad's in it as a turd, and his mum's in it as a tree.
Tree.
She just screams in pain.
I'm a tree. And her tits fall off because it's autumn. So, you know, look, we don't make these bloody Hollywood rules.
Hey.
You know, come on. Don't.
Hey, Paul.
What?
Paul.
No, what?
Have you ever had a sitcom idea?
Maybe. Why?
Because I have.
Oh.
Got a sitcom idea.
Have you? He has.
Idea.
Have you? He has.
I've got a sitcom idea.
Have you? He has.
It's a sitcom idea.
It's a good idea.
Lots and lots of good ideas.
Sitcom idea.
Ooh. It's a good idea.
Sitcom idea.
Sitcom idea. It's a good idea.
Thank you very much, Paul Hardcastle, there for the sting. It's really good. Kind of sitcom idea.
Not bad, is it?
So, a fairly newish segment to the JP special. This is only the second time we've ever done it. We're going to.
We haven't ironed it out yet, but we're going to.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. We haven't ironed out the show yet. We've been doing it for 2 years. Vic, I love you. You're fucking so fanciable.
Isn't that the second series of Fleabag? Thinking about it.
Sort of is, isn't it? Yeah. Except at some point the vicar should have looked at the camera and went, "Oh no!" It didn't happen, did it? So we're going to pitch you some sitcoms. We'd like you to vote for which you think.
Vote in the comments, please.
You're going to green light them. We'll try and sort of tally the most popular. Obviously, it's hard for John to do that with so many of you chittering away, but we'll try our best.
Just keep it down, will you?
Just keep it light, will you? It's a funeral. Here we go. I'm going to start you off with Mile High Pub.
Nice.
Here we go. Sitcom about two men, Billy Whistles, Dennis Waterman, and Barry Francesco, Nigel Havers, who open up a pub 1 mile above Canterbury. Trouble afoot in today's episode of Mile High Pub. When Ron the bouncer, oh, by the way, the pub's called Snatchers. When Ron the bouncer chucks out a fat lass from a hen night, and when we say chuck, we mean it, as she falls to her death outside the taxi rank.
Is that your telling phone?
That's not my telling phone, it's my partner's telling phone. Ridiculous. Do you know what? I reckon that's Spielberg ringing me now to say it's greenlit.
Hey, Paul, I love Mile High Pub. Mile High Pub.
Oh,
Mile High Pub.
SS here. Not talking to Germans.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so the
Yep.
bouncer, it's lost all its puff now, isn't it? But the bouncer chucks a fat lass out the pub, and when we say chuck, he means it because it's mile high, the pub, and she lands in the taxi rank. And also, Billy gets a hernia, changing the barrels, and Barry definitely gets something borrowed and blue from the bride to be. That's a Mile High Pub, only on BBC One.
I was going to say that's the way we test it at the end of the pictures. We say, "That's Mile High Pub tonight, 7 o'clock on BBC One."
Join Dennis Waterman and Nigel Havers for Mile High Pub, only on BBC One. Perfect, there you go. Perfect. That's your first one. Have a little think.
Perfect. Have a think for a second. Okay. And here's the first one of mine. It's called "And Bobby Makes 3." Bobby Davis, played by Bobby Davro, is a maths teacher. And he's just married another teacher who's also a maths teacher. And they've had a baby called Bobby, who's a maths teacher. And they all move into a new house in the village, which is a maths teacher. That's Bobby Makes 3, Friday night, 7 o'clock on BBC One.
Wow. Well, I'm liking that a lot. That's got a lot of scope, hasn't it?
I think there's level pegging at the moment with Mile High Pub and Bobby Makes 3.
I don't know. I quite like Bobby Makes 3. Let's see. My next one is called And Breathe.
Nice.
Sitcom based in a rural retreat for people who need to escape the stresses of everyday life. Shangri-La Grove is a haven of tranquility run by two ex-social workers, Miriam and Sally Flannel. Now, a weekend's hot yoga and colour therapy session goes from bad to worse when a drunk Noel Edmonds crashes his helicopter into the solarium. Starring Sally Gunnell and Tamsin Outhwaite as said sisters, with John Coleshaw as Noel Edmonds. That's And Breathe, only on BBC Two.
Oh, it's a BBC Two.
BBC Two.
Yeah, because you've got the Coleshaw element pretending to be Noel Edmonds, therefore making it non-mainstream and a bit cheeky.
Yeah, Edmonds passed.
I like it.
He didn't want to appear as himself. Yeah.
And Breathe is a great title as well, by the way.
And Breathe.
Okay. Mine's called Just My Luck. Okay. Harry Cooper, Marcus Brigstock, has just the worst luck. This all changes, however, when he meets an elf at the bottom of his sprawling London garden, played by Warwick Davis, who brings him nothing but good luck. But there's a catch. He's got bum aids. That's Just My Luck. 9:30 this Thursday on BBC Three.
Oh, another BBC Three. No, first BBC Three. Okay. No, it's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, that's got legs. That's got legs. Okay. Well, if none of them so far have whetted your green light appetite, perhaps you would be rather interested in Ass Ninjas. Yes. Now, before you judge, okay. Sitcom set in the future where the planet has been taken over by an alien race made entirely out of fucking bread.
No.
Only the Ass Ninjas can save mankind by harnessing the mystic powers of their asses. This elite team of ninjas are mankind's only defense. It's recruitment day in Ass Ninja headquarters, and new cadets Tommy Titmouse, Rolf Little, and Gavin Maximum, Rod Little, are keen to become Ass Ninjas. Will a case of piles and diarrhea stop them? That's Ass Ninjas. Tonight, 11 o'clock, BBC Three.
Nice. Another BBC Three.
Yeah.
That's good.
BBC Three. That's Ass Ninjas.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
And the last one for me, I would genuinely watch this.
Right.
It's called Henley 5-0.
Okay, yeah.
We join the river police of Henley and their grumpy sergeant, Richard Osman, as they go up and down the river, avoiding as much work as possible while also getting into hilarious scrapes, particularly with their seasoned operator of the wheel, Richard Wilson. The twist this week is that one of them is a fetid, putrid shit. That's Henley 5-0, BBC One, Friday night, 8 o'clock.
Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. We must have been on a strange sort of wavelength because my next one is my final one is called Making Waves.
Oh no.
Making Waves. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Sitcom about the various volunteers who work for the Royal National Lifeboat Institution.
Nice.
The 8 strong volunteers are a right-o motley bunch. An alcoholic dentist, a gigolo, a taxidermist, a life model, 2 civil servants, an ex-army officer, and a 2-year-old baby. And only 5 of them can swim. That's Making Waves. 10 o'clock tonight, Channel 5.
Oh, Channel 5.
So there's eerie, 2 aquatic-based sitcom adventures for you.
And we also had 2 Frank Spencers earlier as well.
We've had 2. Yeah, this is
Could
weird.
this be the week that the psychic drawings finally?
This is boding well, isn't it?
It's boding very
I've
well.
got a really good feeling about psychic drawings. Well, look, a quick recap. You've got Mile High Pub and Breathe, Ass Ninjas, and Making Waves from me.
I've got and Bobby Makes 3, Just My Luck, and Henley 5-0.
I'm gonna say I'm going with Bobby Makes 3 personally.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I really want to see that.
I really want to see And Breathe.
Right. Okay. So that's nice. We're both happy for each other's, but it's not up to us. It's up to the JP fans to decide which sitcom they would like to see greenlit. I don't know how you do this, John. I don't know how powerful your.
Well, look, I'm going to look at the comments. I'm going to take 3 as 3. I'm going to take 4.
Like a mean average.
Yeah.
A mean average.
So far, I've got 1 vote from Claire Monty for Bobby Makes 3. Mark Henderson goes with Mile High Pub. Andy Sandal says, I vote for the Bum AIDS one. That's just my luck. That's just my luck. Making Waves, provided there's a pair of identical twins involved.
Okay, so there's 4 in the running now already.
Dwayne Hickman says Henley 5-0. Wow.
5 in the running.
Oh, Ben goes for Mile High Pub. So that's
2 for Mile High Pub.
1. Yeah. Lizard Monkey says, he says I'm baby, but I think he means and Bobby Makes 3. So that's 2 all with Mile High Pub.
So it's between Mile High Pub and Bobby Makes 3.
Oh God, I'm gonna need to put some music on for this.
All right.
Okay. All right. Okay, so here we go. Okay. Diane Telfer says, is it very woke? No, not at all. No. Briggs, Mr. Rock says, oh, hang on. The Brigstock one. So that's please. Just My Luck. So that's 2 for Just My Luck.
So we got 3 on 2 points here.
Got 3 on 2. Tim Coleman says, Mile High Bobby. That's not helpful, Tim. Hannah Windsor says, and Bobby Makes 3. Bobby
Makes 3.
It's 3-2. No, we're going to have 1 more vote.
Oh.
1 more vote.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Come on now. The choice of the next greenlit production is in your hands. And Neil Peters says loads of votes, so Just My Luck. So that's 3 on Just My Luck.
So Just My Luck's 1?
No, it's now 3. It's Mile High Pub, Just My Luck, and Bobby on 3 each.
Oh, good lord. Well,
let's go with the next vote.
How many more do they need to get? I thought it was 3 and
the
they
next
win.
person to pick one. Well, I said 4 because I wanted it to be sure.
Okay, 4 for sure.
Okay, so the next vote
literally decides the fate of the nation.
Now, Andy Sandal's done that thing where he's combined them all. Here we go. Chris Shaw has gone with and Bobby Makes 3. So the winner this week.
There we go. It's Bobby Makes 3. Fantastic.
Just to remind you of the premise.
Remind us, yeah.
Yeah. Bobby Davro, is a maths teacher, and he's just married another teacher who's also a maths teacher. And they've had a baby called Bobby, who's a maths teacher. And they've all moved into a house in the village, which, yes, you've guessed it, is a maths teacher.
Is a maths teacher.
Well, that was a lovely little feature. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you in a minute.
Got a sitcom idea?
Have you? He has.
Idea.
Have you? He has.
I've got a sitcom idea.
Have you? He has.
It's a sitcom idea.
It's a good idea.
Lots and lots of good ideas.
Sitcom idea.
It's a good idea.
Sitcom idea.
Sitcom idea. It's a good idea.
You know the Thames logo sting, the fa 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 fa.
Yeah.
My friend growing up always used to go, "I am smoking the herb."
Nice.
Every time
I'm going to give that,
and that became a thing.
38. I'm going to give that 38 points out of 50
Yeah,
because it's funny and it also says smoking the herb.
smoking the herb. Yeah, but he would
Which
always
I
say it
respect.
religiously, and it's not that funny, but it would always make me laugh. It's
Well, I
because the
used to
fact that he
think-
had to go, "I am smoking the herb."
The tortured extended one syllable.
Yeah, beautiful.
I used to say-
really enjoy that.
I used to say to my brother, "Dinner's ready, boil in the bag."
Right, almost constantly. Yeah.
Yeah. And I always
used
used to say to him as well, to the Sweeney theme, the Sweeney, how many times do I have to tell you? That's what I used to sing. the
Right.
Sweeney.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I in Devon, our family always used to sing, "Why did you marry that scarecrow?" to my mum.
Nice.
That was a big thing. I still sing the news theme where it goes beep, 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 and I always go news, 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 news now, and I still do that every single day.
That's
much to my partner's consternation.
You see, if the BBC was still an industry, we'd have jobs doing that. But now it's all freelancers and passing it about, and no one knows what the left hand's doing, or the right hand for that matter.
Oh, it's going to disappear. It's going to disappear soon, isn't it, John? It's going to be like Babe Station.
It's going to be like.
You're going to have Thomas Shafanaka with his knob out doing the weather.
Well, I welcome that endeavour.
He can only get an erection if he wants to point to Scotland. He has to drag his balls across the West Midlands.
Good for him.
Good for him.
If he's doing it for spina bifida, he might raise some money if he does it for spina bifida.
For spina bifida.
No spina bifida.
I don't ever want to mock spina bifida, but it is the most wonderful thing to say in a slightly
It's the
weird
best word.
voice.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I don't come out tonight? I've got spina bifida. And people can't argue with that.
It's almost like Wizardora's nemesis.
Now, John, I need you to fill in for me for about 2 minutes while I go and replenish
It would be a pleasure.
my JP glass. Tell them
It'd be a
about
pleasure.
your latest release.
Okay.
Take me off while I go. I'm not wearing underwear.
Good evening, everybody. I'm just here to tell you something that occurred to me earlier on, which is that we're all living under the same umbrella, i.e. the planet Earth. And now we've saved the ozone layer. It's about time we saved the chips. So, here's the conundrum. You wake up, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you've got no liver. Where do you go for chips? JJ says, I feel the need to sing a wee wee to the Sweeney theme tune on the way to the loo because I am a delight to live with. Now, do you do that with the main theme or the sad theme at the end? Yeah. I still sing to the theme tune, Indiana Jones, he won't. No, I can't remember because it's drunk. Michael Wink says, Schnaffa makes me think of the Walk with the Dinosaur song. Oh, yeah, Schnackalaka Boom. Tron 3, Boot Up Your Ring, featuring Shite Cycles. Good. Going back to what we said earlier. Stephen Allen says, Hello, Hello is a good one for singing to the yes, it is. Ronnie Hazelhurst always did that, where if you listen back to his theme tunes, you can sing the program in them. That was his thing. Martin just says, Smash. Chris Shaw says, John, you are on tomorrow's I Am the Egg Pod. That is true. I recorded it just after Christmas. If you listen to I Am the Egg Pod tomorrow, you'll all hear me talking about an episode of Get Back, well, a day of Get Back, where I believe I take poor old Chris off of the reservation and talk about all sorts of things that have got nothing to do with Get Back, as is my wont. But no, that was good. Paul's back.
Hi, everyone. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I didn't look.
Didn't look at what?
when
Oh,
you
I
went
see.
off.
Yes. No. Well, you shouldn't. No.
Well, you know what? Time's against us. So
Yes.
let's welcome down a man who we all know very well, who lives on the old 9 cloud. Shall we?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, please. He's begging to come down. Say hello.
Now on BBC One, more guessing games and famous faces with Blankety Blank. And please note, this episode comes with automated audio description for the blind.
The globe is rotating, showing the world.
No, you don't need to describe that bit.
Sorry, I'm new. The words blankety blank shoot across the screen several times over a curtain like what they had in the 1970s. It is well fancy. It is David Hamilton but with Paul Litchfield's face. Diana Dawes with Litchfield face. My tummy feels funny. Distracted now, still thinking about Dawes/Litchfield. Now Isla Sinclair with Litchfield's face, dear God. ASCII Litchfield raises his arms like they are on strings. Oh God, Dickinson Litchfield, I need a lie down. The screen fills with static. It is the two cowboys from Brokeback Mountain, like earlier in the show. But this time round, for balance, Litchfield is behind and Rain is in the front. More static and wide shot of set. Look, it's Wogan. He has appeared from behind the set on the right-hand side. Sorry, that's too much information. Wogan enters to wild applause. I bloody love him. Look at him dancing. Oh sorry, you can't see him, you are blind, I forgot. He points to his face, which is also Litchfield's face. Oh God, I'm thinking about Dawes Litchfield again. Wogan has Tiny Wand, the legend. He waves to us. You should wave back. Go on. Wave. Are you waving? Good. Another dance. Such a shame you are blind, it looks ace. Such a shame you are blind. A board is being revolved, probably by Eugene. It is time for Super Match Game, Super Match Game, Super Match Game. Super Match Game.
Avasti, mine hearties. It's old T of the W coming at you like the veritable Cleopatra for another game for the old super match. Now, I believe for you, strange Earth dwellers, it was a mere hour or so ago since old Tell came down to speak to you, but it's been about 3 or 4 months since the last came down. How fares the show, J of the W? Going well?
You talking to me?
Yes.
Just you said J of the W. I don't know what that means.
Oh, I was thinking John of the Wogan.
Oh, right.
John of the cult of Wogan.
Well, Terry, it is going amazing.
Lovely stuff.
The best bit is actually when you come down from Cloud 9 and you give us the warm sensation that there is something there after death.
Oh, that's lovely to know, John. And I tell you what, we're all up in open brackets Cloud 9, close brackets on tenterhooks, waiting for a certain sitcom starring Bobby Davro. Sounds great.
And Bobby makes 3. Yeah, it's gonna.
Bobby
happen.
makes 3.
It's been greenlit, and it's going to be on telly soon.
We can't wait. We're all chomping at the bit to watch that. It sounds great. So he's a maths teacher, and his wife's a maths teacher, and they live in a maths teacher, and they've given birth to a maths teacher.
Maths teacher, yeah.
Good God. And I can only assume in episode 4, things get mixed into a spin when a geography teacher moves next door.
No, that doesn't happen.
No, that's not. Maybe that's a season 2 closer.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, enough of such piffle and rot. It's time for another game of the old super match. Now, as well as you all know, we've themed it this time around Songs of Queen. Now, I'm going to show you now so you can have a good old think, JP fans. It is, of course, this. Reveal the legend, Eugene. It is who wants to live blank. So have a little think on that. Now, I have to say, old Meatloaf is settled in well now, up in open brackets Cloud 9, close brackets, and Tell's been pursuing other things. I tell you what, Mr. John Rain, old Tell is having drumming lessons from none other than a recent sort of visitor to open brackets Cloud 9, close brackets. It's Charlie Watts. Oh, yes.
Well, I never. Wow.
Charlie Watts, the old fella there from the old, what's the name of the band?
The Rolling Stones, Terry.
The Rolling Stones gathers no moss, says old
Yeah,
Tell. But
that's right.
That's by the by. And I tell you what, old Charlie said he won't get no satisfaction unless old Tell masters the skill of drumming. Although he said he will start me up gently. You know, just gentle banter that we're having there. So I've been practicing, and I tell you what, you should have seen the look on old Mrs. W's face when she popped down with a mug of Horlicks and a Scotch egg for both of us. And she saw Charlie with his hot stick in his hand, whilst I casually thumbed me way around the rim of his dirty bongos. Now, Christ. Now, before we play the game, we need a contestant. We need a contestant, do we not?
Yeah.
So the first person of the old JP fans to thump him with their little digits, Wogan's warped window. That's Wogan's warped windows.
Yeah.
Although they were never warped in Wogan's time. Mrs. W really attacked them with the pledge and the old Mr. Sheen. It shifts, shields, and shines in seconds. Gets to play. So that's Wogan's warped window. But it won't be old Tell just helping you. God help you. And because a little bit of escaped air there came up.
Probably from when you were dead, Terry.
No, well, no, it's not that. It's from the Scotch egg that Mrs. W took down to me and Charlie when we were playing with his instrument. Someone needs to help, and it's not just me. We are joined again, not by a John, and this time not by a Johan, but by a Joan. Please welcome, star of the Carry On films, is Joan Sims.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, Joan.
You're right.
How are you? How are you?
I remained unmarried to my death.
That's true, and you've pretty much kept the same business going up in Cloud9, haven't you?
Yeah.
You frigid bitch.
What?
I said your fridge is on the blink.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
up in heaven.
It is terrible.
Because we have fridges in heaven.
You know what, Terry? I love mini milks. They're all melting, so I'm livid.
Lovely. Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. What about your strawberry mivvy? Is that attracting flies?
Well, yeah. As long as I keep my skirt down, it's all right.
Right. Well, we're not here to trade insults and to because Joan, you've been up on open brackets, Cloud9, close brackets.
I've been here for like 20 odd years, Terry. Well, in Earth years, I've been here for like
Earth years,
300 years.
300 years in open brackets, Cloud9, close brackets.
Cloud9 years.
Yes. Well, anyway, do we have anyone who has typed in the Wogan?
Yeah, Andy Sandell. Andy Sandell has,
Andy Sandell, a man from across the pond, I believe. Who once lived with the elderly and the infirm in the constant fetid cesspit that was Florida, but is now moved, apparently, to New Jersey.
Now he's waiting for the legend.
He is waiting for the legend, and I'm telling you what, I'm very glad we've got him. First-time player, I'm hoping. As I say, I've already shown you the legend. It's Queen Base. It's Who Wants to Live Blank.
Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry.
Who Wants to Live Blank. Now, before Andy Sandell, who's probably just getting used to the time difference now he's moved, comes up with an answer. I'd like an answer from you, Joni. Who wants to live blank? What do you think?
Who wants to live next door to John Halliday, Reginald Christie?
Do you know what? She's got a point. She's got a point. I don't even know why the bugger's up in heaven, but he is.
I think he
lives next door to you, doesn't he?
He does. It's an admin error. I tell you. He's murdering left, right, and centre, but because it's heaven, everyone comes back to life straight away.
Everyone comes back to life straight away. So he does a botched abortion, and they all come right back.
They all come right back. It's fine. It's just a bit of banter.
It's just for fun up in heaven. Yeah. All the horrible things we do up here, it's just for fun. So you've said, who wants to live next door to the foul murderer, Mr. Christie? Wogan's going to say, who wants to live full stop? Which is a bit bleak. But Andy, you can come up with one of your own. I hope you have, because I think it might be better than the filth that we've managed to come up with.
I haven't seen him yet.
He's still thinking. Like I say, there is a time difference. There is a time difference.
He's probably thinking, Where am I going to buy a gun? Here we go. Who wants to live house robots?
Who wants to live house robots? So you can see since he's moved from Florida to New Jersey, he's changed already.
He's
Who
definitely
wants to
changed.
live
Yeah, he
house
never used to be
robot?
like this.
He's changed.
I mean,
He's
we've
changed.
both met
Well-
Andy Sandell, and then we should say, I think he's the greatest deviant pervert we've ever met.
He's the greatest living Englishman living abroad. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I
He's a
meant, that's what I
deviant and a
meant, yeah.
pervert, and he's had to move several states and live under an alias so he can continue with his filthy, ill-gotten crimes. But it's not up to me to judge.
So, Terry, what was your clue?
So, well, my answer was full stop. So it was who wants to live blank. You can go with Terry's full stop. You can go with Jones, Christie, or you, Andy. You can stay with your who wants to live house robots. I'm presuming you're going to stay with that. I'm going to be honest with you, mate. I don't think you got much of a chance. But let's see. You never know.
Let's see.
Let's have a look. For 50 blanks. For 50 blanks, who wants to live on the outskirts of Luton? Never mind. Never mind.
Never mind. Never mind.
Never mind. Perhaps you might do better with the second missive. All done for a dead studio audience. For 100 blanks, it is, of course, who wants to live with a racist hen? Nobody wants to live with a racist hen.
Nobody is.
Nobody wants to live with a racist hen. The eggs don't come out right. Let's find out what the most popular answer was. You might be kicking yourself, Andy. And if you're not kicking yourself, go outside in New Jersey and get someone to kick you on your behalf. Because for 150 blanks, I mean, it's so bloody obvious, isn't it? Who wants to live with me mad uncle?
Right, of course.
So you didn't get anywhere there. You didn't get anywhere there. No one is ever really getting anywhere close with the old Superman game. But you know what?
I believe Johann Sebastian Bach did get close.
Johann Sebastian did extremely well, but of course he's not a contestant. Doesn't quite count. But you know what? It doesn't put old Tell off. It doesn't put old Tell off, because old Tell likes to just come down and speak to his beloved populace, his beloved audience. Because I tell you what, I miss you lots. Old Tell misses you lots. Even though I did a lot of wonderful work, I also did a really genuinely shitty travel documentary with a London taxi driver where I go around eating food and not saying anything remotely witty that is now currently playing on London Live. But apart from that, old Tell's had a lovely time. He'll be back for the next JP special. It may be 400 years for me. For you, it'll be a mere 4 minutes, I hope. Until then, God bless. I love you all. Christ, my hernia's playing up. Avanti!
Am I back on again? Sorry about forgetting you were blind earlier. I think the doors thing got to me. It's got to me again, to be honest. Doris. There's a reference for all you wheezing, groaning fans. ASCII looks like those tall inflatable things you see outside car showrooms. Is it over yet? Oh, more static. It's a dog getting his temperature taken in his, well, in his place where dogs have it done. Paul Litchfield did the voice of the dog. Ha 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 ha. My wife has left me.
Fantastic there. Yeah, good.
Well, again, thank you very much, Mr. Tim Coleman, for all your televisual. He's like a sort of Kenny Everett of his age.
Oh, yeah. You mean
he?
dead?
I mean dead. Yeah, I mean dead.
No, he is. He's very, very good, and we're very grateful to Tim, because before he came along, this show suffered from a lack of identity.
A lack of branding.
He had a lack of identity.
And branding.
And branding.
And
the only
identity.
show before us that had this much branding was Rawhide.
It was Brandon Routh. And he had no branding.
He had no branding. But talking of oh shit.
What?
My headphones are playing up. Hang on.
Oh, we were doing all right.
No, I think I need to.
We're not doing
Hello, Paul. How are you doing, Paul?
Fuck. Graham, hi.
Hi, Paul.
Graham.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm great. It's so it's so good to see you.
Hi, Paul. I haven't seen you for so long.
No.
That in heaven it sounds like it feels like it's like 300 years or something.
Yeah, well, it feels like 300 years for me on Earth, actually. That I've
It's
been
been
very
such a
happy.
long time. I tell you what, I've seen the last time I saw you, moccasins were trendy.
Moccasins were trendy. Brilliant. Yeah.
And hair clips
And
were
hair clips,
things
yeah.
you'd use to hack into governmental laboratories.
Yeah, brilliant. I like that.
But
Yeah.
I've
Claire's
got
accessories. Any you want to comment about that or something?
Claire's
No?
accessories. Back when I was alive, Claire's accessories was something.
Don't say sex aids.
Someone would call Claire would be arrested with.
All right, she's an accessory to murder. Okay.
Exactly, Paul.
Yeah.
But no, Paul. The reason I'm quite spunky and with it is because I've had some amazing news.
Yeah, what's that? You're going to die again?
No, since I last saw you, and obviously you caused the speedboat accident that killed me.
No, didn't cause it.
My lawyer, Dr. McAllister, who I believe you know, he was contacted by a producer in Hollywood.
Was he? Oh, brilliant. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. And you'll never guess where I was last week.
Shouldn't give a shit. Yeah, go on.
I was at the premiere of Graham the Film.
Graham the Film.
Yeah,
wow.
or as it's called, or as how I was brutally killed in a boat by Paul Litchfield.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm not. Again, there's your wife. There she is. Yeah.
There's my wife Molly. Yes.
Molly. Yeah.
And as you can see,
she still hasn't quite grasped again how to put on a dress, has she? She's finally
it's
in
a
black
beautiful dress, isn't it?
Yeah, but she's just put it over the top bit of her body. She's draped it. How's it staying up? Is it sellotape? Is it stapled in? Is it nailed in?
It's beautifully worn, as you can tell.
Beautifully worn, yeah. And who's that at the top? Who's that? There's all sorts of guests at the top, isn't there?
There's Paul Lyndhurst at the top left there with
Paul
the fez
Lyndhurst.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then there's Dr. McAllister, who's a producer of the movie.
Of course he is. Of course he fucking is. Yeah.
The man from Gremlins. He's there.
Is that what it is? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gordon Kay.
Far right. That's Gordon Kay, is it?
And you can tell it's far right because he's wearing a Nazi.
Wearing a Nazi hat. Yeah. That's great. So, and who directed it? Was it a Cannes?
It's directed by Sir David Lean.
Sir David Lean.
Yeah.
Right. All right, that's good. And are you in it, or is it a biopic? You're not. Is it someone playing you? Who's playing you?
I'm playing
is
myself.
It a bird in a condom on fire.
I'm playing myself, but you'll be very pleased to hear that Leonard Pierce from Only Fools and Horses is playing you.
Get away!
No,
really. And take me through your bow tie choice there at the evening. It looks a bit big.
No, it's perfect, normal size bow tie.
Perfect normal size bow tie. Okay, yeah. It's actually it's wider than the hat you're wearing.
That's fine. It's normal.
That's fine. That's perfectly normal, is it? All right.
But I just wanted to show you the photo from the premiere.
That's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, there doesn't seem to be anyone else there apart from you.
They're all behind the camera, obviously.
All behind the camera.
Yeah.
And did lots of people come and watch it?
Yeah, Gregory Peck. Gregory Peck came.
Yeah. And
Montserrat Cabaret.
Yeah, and Monster Munch. Yeah, lovely.
Monster Munch. Ford.
Monster Munch band.
Transit.
Yeah. And then I presume just like
Derrick
a series
Nimmo.
of Derrick Nimmo and just a series of cinema seats covered in shit, I presume, and nothing and flies and death. And...
We actually all received a care package, which was a lovely.
Did you? What's that?
Cardboard
a gun
box.
with a bullet?
No, there was popcorn that was flavored like Devon.
But how can you eat it? You're a ghost. It would just fall through your throat
We're
out your
ghosts.
arsehole.
We're in heaven. You can eat.
Oh, you're in heaven. Well, why do you look like that then?
Because I'm full of love.
Right. You're full of love. That's your response.
Yeah.
You've got no genitalia or clothes.
I have. Molly doesn't complain.
Well, you're always in the nip.
No.
Well, you are. Look, I can see now. I can see your cock and ball area, and there's nothing there.
Heavily censored.
Heavily censored.
Because we sell this to China. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you about the premiere. And, you've gone frozen. That's not fun. Anyway, Paul, I'm fading as you are as well. So I'm going to go. Goodbye. Goodbye, Paul. Bye. Oh, something happened there, and Paul's frozen, as you can see. So let's just remove Paul for a moment. And while Paul's out for a moment, let's just have some mood music. Let's have some music called Into Space. It's not bad, is it? Let's have a look at the comments while we wait for Paul to come back. So Dan Thomas says, "What have I missed? What have you missed?" Exactly, missed everything. We've got another segment to come yet, but Paul's internet's gone a bit wrong. So while we wait for him to come back, let's have some questions. Yeah, sorry, I keep burping. I've drunk lots of wine. So what are we thinking? This is a new feature in the program I use. They've now introduced a thing called you can have background music. Not sure myself. It's all right. But yeah, not sure. Let's see if he's messaged me at all. No. He'll be back in a moment, I'm sure. So, any questions? Just weighing. Pineapple on a pizza, yes or no? I don't really mind. I've had pineapple on a pizza. It's fine. How's the new book going? Haven't really started it yet. I'm still kind of writing bits for another thing that's happening. What is best cereals? I like Shreddies. Yeah, I used to really fucking obsess with Crunchy Nut Cornflakes, as they were called in those days, but they're a bit grim now. What is the best cocktail? You know what? I love strawberry daiquiri. What's my t-shirt? It's from The Shining. It's the Gold Room. What's happening at Total Joy? It'll be back. We're just having a little tiny break at the moment because Paul was very busy. Colin Baker, yes or no? Very much yes. How many letters are the correct answer to this question? I don't know. Who's this? He's back. What happened, love pet? What happened? You froze and went away.
I think it was Graham.
Mm.
I don't know what happened. Graham appeared.
There's a few more questions to go through. Are there any more live Weeding Groaning sound? Not at the moment, but we'd hope to do it again because the lovely people at King's Place were keen to have us back. So maybe.
Yeah, we might. Yeah.
We're concentrating at the moment. We're doing the Key to Time series. We're recording another one tomorrow, which will be out next week. Now, a lot of people were like, why are you putting this out on a Tuesday and not a Thursday? And I know people like routine, but I just thought I'd edited it and it was ready. I'll put it out when it was ready.
Oh, did people get annoyed about that?
People are like, why are you putting it out on Tuesday?
Just, it doesn't matter, does it?
My boy. Yeah. I come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding. Jen JC, is there enough room behind your curtains? Look, there's nothing fucking behind the curtains. It's a window, for fuck's sake.
It's a green light!
That's people across the road have got a green light outside their house. I don't know why. I think it means they're into dogging.
Well, they're a brothel for hobbits.
Yeah, I think so. But with the time being what it is, we've only got 15 minutes left. It might be time to visit Paul's brain and look inside as we look into the mysterious world of science.
I'm so glad I managed to get back for this because we've been eerily very, very close on certain aspects of moments in the show tonight, which bodes, I think, really well because we didn't know what we were going to say to each other.
No.
We both had eerily similar sitcom water-based ideas, and we also had a Frank Spencer thing going on, and that's this is I'm genuinely. I think after what 2 and a bit years, think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. I'm so glad I managed to get back online. Graham did whatever he needed to do. Yeah.
Maybe he exercised some sort of demon or something.
Well, John, I don't know if you know, but he appeared. He's making a film now about his death. He's blaming me. It's all just getting very out of hand. I know it's getting very out of hand. Anyway, let's shove all that aside because I think for the first time ever, we are going to be perfectly in sync. Now, I said to John, and this is a while ago now, I wonder if the reason why we're so in sync is because we've had a big gap, and we've lived our lives, and we've just sort of not maybe thought about things so much that's opened up our third eye, our chakra, and it's allowed us to sort of really somehow connect without meaning to. And I think that might have been our problem for so long. I was so struggling to sort of pick up on your vibe, as it were, and it just didn't work. Whereas this time, maybe that's the whole thing. We just relaxed a bit. We didn't give a shit. It just happened. Anyway, I said to John ages ago, just before New Year, I said the theme is heroes. A hero, someone who represents a hero to us. Now it could be, it could be a superhero like Spider-Man, or it could be Captain Sir Lieutenant Sir Tom Sir Dead. It could be your mum, who's a hero to you. It's anyone to you that just represents a hero.
Heroism. Yeah.
Heroism, yeah. Someone who's just a bloody hero. So oh, I'm so happy about this. I think we're gonna both just be holding up the same thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, let's just see. No, I'm not gonna be worried about it this time. I'm not gonna be like, oh, never mind. We've done it. I think feel
so. Yeah.
So good about this. John, hold it up. I mean, I know what you're gonna hold up anyway. So,
well, I drew Superman, Paul, because that's like the ultimate hero to me. It's my favorite film of all time, and I thought I'd do Superman.
What's that bit?
That's from the original poster from 1978.
Right. It's really good. I like you've got the kiss curl of Reeve. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what have you drawn?
Well, I didn't necessarily go down the superhero route.
Sure.
I went down a hero route. It's not the same, John. It's not.
So what have you drawn?
Well, it's not. It's just not. It's not even remotely in the ballpark.
Oh, so have you drawn like Dean Cain or
no
Brandon Routh or Henry Cavill?
No,
that's fine.
No. I was just thinking heroes in a different way, and I did Simon Weston from the Falklands. I did Simon Weston. I don't.
Why has he got a pineapple in a gun?
I don't know, John. I thought that's what you were thinking. I just thought you were thinking of Simon Weston, who was a hero of the Falklands. And
why it's got a pineapple.
I don't know, John. I don't know. It just seemed like that's what you were thinking.
Is that from his Tinder profile?
No, I think he might have done that maybe 10 years after he got home, when he was a bit more comfortable with his look. I can't account for the table with the gun and the pineapple on it. But you know. It's not quite the same, is it? It's not quite the same.
No, not quite. Oh my god.
It's not quite the same. Well, you know, I will obviously try again next time.
Yeah, of course.
Sam Weston. Yeah. Okay. Damn. I thought we were very close.
I was so close.
I thought we were so close. But we didn't quite get there. Oh man. Never mind. Yeah. Shit. Well, we're in the dying embers of the show. It's been lovely to see you in the year
lovely to be back.
2022. 2022. It's been lovely. And well, you know, it looks like things might be clearing up next week. You know, we're all allowed to go to a whorehouse again and take our mask off. Without a mask,
Especially Simon Weston. Good for him.
Good for Simon. Good for Simon. I really thought we were so close, but again, maybe it was the pineapple that led me astray.
I'm just confused by the pineapple.
Well, pineapple was my first idea.
What?
Yeah,
you started with pineapple.
Yeah, I said heroes, and the first thing that came into my head was a tin of pineapples, and I didn't know where to take it. So the tin of pineapples became pineapples, and then Simon sort of grew up around the pineapple.
Okay.
The gun was added just for fun.
Of course. Well, anyway, we're coming to an end, so just to let you know that there'll be a new episode of Wheeze and Groaning Sound this week with another mystery celebrity special guest.
I don't know if it's that much mysterious. I think I might have already said.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's right.
Revealed. It's
That's
Mr.
right.
Johnny Camden.
Zamo from Grange Hill. Yeah, Johnny Camden. Didn't he write EastEnders, didn't he?
He does still. Yes, he writes EastEnders.
Oh, he does still.
Yeah, and I knew him from his stand-up day. He still does stand-up, stand-up. And yeah, hopefully I might get him to open up a little bit about a way I used to torture him once during an entire Edinburgh run. That was a lot of fun. So we'll do that tomorrow. We're doing part 2, aren't we, of Key to Time? So we're doing the Pirate Planet.
We're doing the Pirate Planet. So if you haven't already, go to the Wheeze and Groaning Sound account, and there'll be a tweet there saying any observations or reflections or anything. Just reply to that if you haven't already.
Yeah.
And we shall.
You could maybe tell us what it's about.
Yeah, we don't know. But we'll obviously read them out. And people keep asking about the JP special. We'll be back. We just had a little break just because.
A little break.
Yeah.
When we first started this, we were doing it weekly, and that was too much. Too much.
Yeah. I meant the Total Joy, obviously, not JP special. Sorry.
Oh, Joy. Yeah, we're discussing and we'll see. Yeah, something's going to happen.
Yeah.
You might just.
Thank you, but I just want to say thank you for supporting us on that because.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we do have ideas. I mean, I've written a whole new Anne solo. Someone's got to say it. Someone's got to be Aunt Beru.
Oh, Beru.
Oh, Beru.
I like being Beru. It's fun. But we will be back with that. We're not just like abandoning it. We've had a little think about how we're going to. We might change it up a little bit.
Change it around a bit. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
good.
what else? Other admin. That's about it.
That's about it. Okay, so we've got 4 minutes left. We'll just spend that in silence.
Oh, and someone asked earlier when I was on my own, will there be more Smirch Pods? There will be more Smirch Pods. I don't know when. I've got a few really good ones lined up. It's just about fitting around people who are very busy at the moment. I'm not. But they are.
You got super special guests.
Couple, yeah, and they constantly keep working. The bastards
fanning around,
doing actual telly work that people watch. The fuck.
Oh, doing proper shit. Yeah, that's no good at all. Yeah.
No. But thank you so much. I enjoyed this evening very much. That was fun.
I enjoyed it too. It was lovely to see your Fizzog.
And your Fizzog.
In the flesh. I believe I might be seeing you in the flesh next month.
Yeah, Paul and I are going to meet up in London and we're going to go
we're going to have a drink.
Get drunk.
We're going to watch a film. Yeah, we're going to watch a James Bond film.
And we're going to meet up with Tom Neenan and get drunk. How about that?
Yeah. And then we're going to tell him about the James Bond film.
Yeah, and then I'm going to tell him about ghoulies.
So there you go. Tom's going to sit there agog while John tells him about ghoulies. I'm going to draw a moustache on Tom, but not on his face.
On his arsehole.
So, you know, there's things to look forward to.
Anyway, yeah, we will report back from our outing next month.
Yeah, we will. And thanks as ever again to the third wheel of this JP whatever, which is Mr. Tim Coleman, for his amazing work as ever.
And talking of which, we're going to go out on that work right now. Let's stop that music. Because Tim's written, well, not written, he's not written anything. He's a fucking idiot. He's made an outro for us. Of course, I don't mean that. Where I come from, that means that you like that person very much.
Oh, is it like the Yorkshire internet thing? That'll do.
The Yorkshire internet, that sounds like a serial killer.
There's one of these plus net, and they go, in Yorkshire, if we say, you're a fucking cunt and I hope you're dead, that means I like it.
I tell you what, the police missed many, many red flags when they caught the Yorkshire internet. Anyway, good night. God bless, and we'll see you soon.
Goodbye.
Hang on, are those blind people? Do I need to do some more audio description? Where has everybody gone? Why has it all gone black? Hang on. Am I blind now? Am I? Actually, is anyone still watching? I can't see. I believe this is the very definition of irony.